Hey guys, Chris here. So I wanted to start off with this awesome game. It's called Portal 2. The first game is great as well, and so this game really deals a lot with physics, and it's just an awesome game in general. And so I thought this would be a cool game to do a playthrough of. And so we'll start off here with Chapter 1, The Courtesy Call. I hope you guys enjoy this video. There's some great lines from all the different characters, especially the character named Gladys. If you've ever played this game before, fantastic dialogue.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise.
All right.
You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor.
Hey, I can do this.
Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise.
Nice.
There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
That's pretty great. Nice mountain in the background.
You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now please return to your bed.
Yep. Alright, so this game, so far you can kind of see how it's going to be. Eventually
Good
here,
morning. You have been in suspension for
eventually we'll get a portal gun and to be able to use that in some tests. It'll be great.
Anyone in there?
Subject should vacate the enrichment
Hello?
center immediately. Any test subject
Are you
not emerging
gonna
from
open the door?
suspect-
Ah! Oh God, you look good. Looking good actually. Are you okay? Are you? Don't answer.
Oh,
that.
I'm doing
I'm
great.
sure you're fine. There's plenty of
Yeah.
time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right. Don't move. I'm gonna get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Okay. Man, this place has gotten run down.
You all right down there? Can you hear me? Hello? Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right?
Minor
Although if
case
you
of
do
serious
feel
brain
alarmed,
damage.
try to hold
That's
on to
pretty
that thing,
great.
because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
At all? Does any of this make
Indeed
any
I
sense?
do.
Just tell me, just say yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple.
Apple. Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
Jumping is the same
All
as saying
reactor core
apple.
safeguards are
It's
now
close enough,
non-functional.
man.
Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
Okay, look, I wasn't going to mention this to you, but I'm in pretty hot water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, so of course the whole relaxation center stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on, this is a bit tricky. And of course, nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I gonna make it through? Have I got enough space? Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's gonna be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, so no, I hit that one. I hit that one.
You're doing great, man. You're doing fantastic.
Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready.
Alright.
Good news. That is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on. Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes. But don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time.
Nice.
There we go. Now, good luck.
Cool.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open, and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Oh, you can see what I look like. So yeah, the character in this is a woman, and so we're here in a testing facility, as you can tell, doing several different tests. And the main thing is, as you can see, portals. So you have the orange and the blue one. So this is pretty awesome. I don't know how scientific portals actually are. I don't think, obviously, with our current technology, we can never do anything like that, but I don't even know if that's actually possible at all, even in the future with improved technology. I don't know if that's physically possible, but there are lots of definitely physically possible and obvious things that occur that we see in nature, and
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool
it gets
for
more
science,
detailed
even
as we
in a
go.
dire emergency. If
So-
cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim. Please note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it.
That's actually potentially reasonable. I'd imagine, depending on, you wouldn't have something that looks like this probably, but you could probably send a specific wavelength of frequency or something through that would be unharmful to humans, but would destroy different objects depending on it. That'd be interesting to look into, for sure. Alright, let's go down there into the elevator and continue on. Alright, so as you guys can see so far,
If
this
you feel liquid
is a
running down
pretty
your neck,
awesome game.
Relax, lie on your back, and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
That's not good. See, that could be a potential hazard, is you would have to try to test to make sure that those specific waves in that would not actually damage anyone or destroy anyone's clothing or jewelry or anything else that they may be wearing when they go through it. Obviously, the most important thing is that it doesn't harm the individual themselves. So, doesn't seem like there would be much testing going on with that. That would be very difficult to do. Alright, let's see. So, this button... Okay, that button opened up the portal over there. Oh, and this portal. Okay, so that allows me to go get this cube. Fantastic. And then, let's see. This. Okay, that changed which portal was open. So this one was always the same, but then it allowed me to get over here. Place that down. Fantastic. Alright, so you can kind of see exactly how this is going to go. Oh, wait. Uh-huh. I don't know why I thought I could just walk right through that. Do I need to... Oh, there's a button right here. Okay, jeez. Alright, yeah, so you can kind of see how this is going to go.
Because of the technical
eventually,
difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering a relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will remind you for an interview when society has been rebuilt.
Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, eventually we're actually going to get a gun that shoots these different portals. So it'll be both blue and orange portals that we'll be shooting, and that's how we'll complete different tests. But I think the robot that we saw earlier, his name is Atlas. I'm pretty sure he should be coming back to get us eventually before we have to do too many tests, though.
If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason.
Nice. Alright, let's see.
Hey! You made it!
There he is.
There should be a portal device on that podium.
Nice.
Can you see the portal gun?
Nope. Oh, wait.
So, are you alive?
Yeah, there it
I
is.
should have asked that first. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body, I'll bury you. Alright? Brilliant. Go team! See you in
Alright.
an hour, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was supposed to go. Fantastic. So yeah, you can see I'm only able to shoot the blue portal. Not the orange one for some reason.
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with 1 copy of the Laws of Robotics to share. Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the Laws of Robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
Awesome. So we're getting through this pretty fast. The beginning parts here aren't intensive at all. It's just getting you acquainted with this, but probably you've already played Portal, the first game.
Remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death. Smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Well, that's nice. Alright, so, yeah, you can see there, so a cube fell from there, and so, because gravity still exists, even with the portal there, it fell through the portal, but came right through out there, so, very simple so far. Alright, so we're on 4 of 19 here. Alright, so it looks like, first thing, there's, ooh, okay. You know, I wonder if I actually... No, wait, okay. Yeah, I can get up to that portal anyways, and then I want to get across to the cube. Alright. So... Okay, so I need to keep that open somehow. I'm not able to shoot anything through there. Okay. Oh, there's another cube down here. Okay, I didn't see that. Fantastic. I just kind of backed into that one. I didn't even see that room down there. Alright, yeah.
Great work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
Alright, I'll be sure to do that. Alright. Simple. Just gotta fall through there. Alright, nice. That's lovely. Alright, we should be getting near the top where Atlas is here soon. Nice. Someone's gone mad up here. Alright. I don't even know what I just picked up there. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go up here. Oh. Oh, okay. I was just supposed to go past that. Jeez. Okay. That also, this grid also destroys, it removes any portals that you've placed when you walk through it. So that'll be important for later levels. So hopefully you're enjoying this so far. It's a really simple game, but it builds in complexity as you go on. Definitely becomes more and more complex.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Nice. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so this one is getting slightly more complicated here. Let's see. So, we can release a cube over there. We just need to press this button. So you know, I'm going to go ahead, put that here. Now, if I press this, I should hopefully be able to catch it. Okay, it's just going to land here. So now, put this here, brings staircase up. Okay, so this should give... Nice. Okay. Yeah. So that was to prevent it from going into the water there, which would just have destroyed it. Alright. So yeah, this one, super easy as well. You just have to go and think logically through this.
Although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of as few as 1.1 volts.
Wow, 1.1 volts. Okay. Yeah, so, a couple of things I want to say there. Brief comment they said, don't worry, you're not alone. It's just a side note, it's so important for humans to make connections with others and have social interaction. Just being isolated with technology, or just isolated in general, is not good by any means. So make sure you're trying to get out there, build community, find people to have social interactions with, positive social interactions, and build that community. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say, yeah, so far, okay, I can't go back. Yeah, so far, everything's been pretty simple. Obviously, you can see that it's building in complexity there. Eventually, there's like different gels that are used. Let's see. There's, oh, what are they called? It's like a springboard kind of thing. There are several different things that can be used in this game. So I guess while we're waiting for this to load, what would you guys like me to play on here? What would you hope to see? Just let me know in the comments. Tell me what you've enjoyed about this so far, what you would like to see differently, and I'd be happy to take that into consideration.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you.
Indeed. Alright, so, momentum. This applies to physics of momentum. So, you know, why don't we take a moment right here and learn what momentum is. This is a perfect opportunity to learn that. So, I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so, momentum. What is it? Let's go in. What is momentum? Momentum is the quantity of motion of a moving body. So a way to say this mathematically is that it's equal to the mass multiplied by velocity. So the mass of some kind of body multiplied by its velocity, and its velocity is the speed that it's moving and the direction that it's moving. Okay? So this is represented by this equation then. P equals m times v. Momentum is p, mass is m, and velocity is v. Now, momentum's units are kilograms, meters per second. So this means that, for example, a car with a mass of 1,200 kilograms traveling at a velocity of 30 meters per second, let's say north, will have a momentum of 36,000 kilograms meter per second. Now let's go to a different example here, something that's a bit more relevant to what we're doing. So let's go with an example from Portal 2. So if a companion cube with a mass of 2.00 kilograms is free-falling for 3.00 seconds after initially being at rest and just before entering the portal, at the moment it enters the portal, what will be its momentum? So this is an upcoming event that we'll have in this game very shortly after you get back to watching this. So let's go ahead and figure this out. So first things to do in this kind of a problem, always start off by writing down all the things that you know. So what do we know? First, we know that the mass is 2.00 kilograms. Next, since it says free falling, we know this is talking about acceleration by gravity. So here on Earth, the acceleration by gravity is 9.81 meters per second squared. Next, we have the time, which is 3.00 seconds. It was free falling for that long. And now, the very last thing is it's initially being at rest. And so that's talking about the initial velocity. So if it's at rest, that means it's 0. The velocity is 0 meters per second. So how can we calculate momentum from this? Well, first thing that we want to know is what is its velocity as it enters the portal. We know that its initial velocity is 0, and we know what its acceleration is, but we need to find out what its final velocity is just as it enters the portal. So we can figure this out by this equation. Final velocity equals initial velocity plus acceleration times time. Alright, so you see the v that I said is initial velocity. It has a little 0 as the subscript, and this is usually called v naught. It's also sometimes written with an I as a subscript just for initial velocity. Either way, you'll see it both ways, so that's something that you would probably want to know if you're going into the sciences, just to make sure, especially with physics, you know what's going on. You know what these different symbols mean. So let's go ahead and see how we can use this equation. So we already know what the initial velocity is, right? It was initially at rest, so 0 meters per second. We also know that the acceleration is gravity, the acceleration by gravity, so it's 9.81 meters per second squared. And then the time, we know that it was falling for 3.00 seconds. So we have all of the information given to us that we need to solve this equation. We just need to think, hey, they give me this information, I should probably use this equation. So when you multiply and add this together, we get 29.43 meters per second. Now, right now, we're not going to care about significant figures. If we were, this would only have 3 significant figures. Currently, it has 4 figures in there. And so the reason why we're not going to worry about it right now is because we're not trying to find the final velocity. The end goal is to find the momentum, so we don't want to go rounding early ahead, because then the number that we get later on, especially if we had several more calculations to do, would be so far off. Thankfully, we don't have that many, but still, let's keep it as the long version for right now in our next calculations. So what do we do with the final velocity? How do we find the momentum from this? So recall that momentum equals mass times velocity, okay? And so in this instance, we would be talking about the final velocity. If we were talking about its momentum at the very beginning as it was at rest, the velocity would be 0, and so it doesn't matter what the mass is, anything times 0 is 0. So at rest, it had 0 momentum. But now, at the point that it enters the portal, we know that the final velocity there, the velocity as it enters the portal, is 29.43 meters per second. And we know what the mass is, if you recall. So we know both of these things. So if we use this equation, we can put these numbers in, and it's as simple as just multiplying these two numbers. So now we get 58.9 kilograms meters per second. So as you can see, this has three figures in there. I went ahead and rounded it. It's actually 58.86, but due to significant figures, we'll round it to just one decimal place here, just three figures. So this is what its momentum is. So if we go back to this initial problem here, we can say that its momentum as it enters the portal is 58.9 kilograms meters per second. So I hope that this was educational and that you learned what momentum is, what velocity is, what acceleration is, and how all these different things connect together and relate to each other. And hopefully this was interesting and you've learned something from this. So let's just see how this plays out then in the game that you'll continue to watch here. Let's see what happens. So just keep this in mind as you watch this then. So let's go ahead and get back to the game. Alright, so we're back now. You know what momentum is, so let's go ahead and get started with this. So, nope, I'm still not able to press, or I'm not able to place down one portal, but let's see. Okay, so I've come from down there. You can see it's nice how it outlines the portal for you from other sides, so you know where you came from. Alright. Okay. So, what I'm going to bet is that I need to get across here first, and what's going to happen. So, I'm going to accelerate due to gravity here, and then that is going to continue and propel me across. The momentum that I have, I'll continue to go across. Perhaps until I hit the wall, or maybe the friction from the air will slow me down enough and I will land just there without hitting the wall. Oh, let's see. Alright. Nice. Okay. See how that works? So that's a great example of momentum. So now, let's go ahead and send this cube over. So we'll do that. Let's see. We'll need to go down and get that. Let's see. Oh. Alright, there we go. So we've got that, but we need to jump with it to get across with it again. So let's go ahead and grab this. Alright. Nice. Alright, simple as that.
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you.
Alright, this is true. The future does start with you. So this is a slight interjection here. Not part of the game, not what he intended, but seriously, you are the future. So this is something I want to tell my students is everything that each of you does individually, by yourself, in groups with others, in the community, in the nation as a whole, everything you do is impacting the future. So when you reach out to others, when you show care to others, when you dig deep into whatever you're passionate about and interested in, whether that be science or not, you are really impacting the future in a good way. So I would really promote that and encourage you to continue to do that. Be a good part of the future. Make the future better. Alright, so that's just a little word of encouragement there as we're going through this. So, testing, definitely. Science, there's a lot of testing involved. So, make sure whenever you are hearing about a new theory or a hypothesis, make sure that there is evidence to back that up. Read the articles yourself, see what is being talked about, try to understand it, try to find others who talk about it, and try to learn from that. because science is not just about just a list of facts. There's a lot of ongoing research occurring, new things that we're learning, things that we're finding out were initially wrong or incomplete, at least. So I would say nothing is for sure 100% absolute fact in science. We have what we observed and the evidence to support different theories, and we have the laws that describe the different patterns that we see. And so, for the most part, a lot of things, we know a lot of things, and we're very, very certain about quite a few things, but it's difficult to put that 100% this is absolute fact on all these different things. But let's say the theory of plate tectonics or the law of gravity, there is a lot of evidence to support those. So yeah, just interjection there. Let's continue on. Alright, so what are we trying to do here? Okay. So I can definitely go get that cube if I jump down there. So let me put a portal here, and that should launch me across there then. In fact, yeah, I thought so. I would get up here actually, which, yeah, I don't even really need to be up there, but that's perfectly fine. Let's figure out. I think where I need to go is, okay, I see the button is through there. So I can probably just walk right through that door. So if I put a portal, well, if I put that there, oh, yeah, the orange one is down there, okay, yes, okay, I think this should be enough. Yes, it was, okay. So now if I just go through here, set it down, good enough. Okay. Okay, yes. Yes, so now that's brought a platform up there, and that's the exit. So all I need to do is be able to launch myself to get over there, and I probably need to fall from the higher one. That'll give me more time, which allows me to, my velocity to increase because I'm accelerating for a longer amount of time, as you can see. And that would be, if we're assuming that this is on planet Earth, and it has the exact same gravity, that would be 9.81 meters per second. So if I just go through here, okay, I need to, let's see if there, let me put it over there. That's what I need to do. I need to get up on this platform over here. Okay, fantastic. So now I just need to make sure that I'm pretty much centered with that. So that one right up there should be good. Then, yep, you see, that's a good figure right there to explain what's going on.
Good work getting this far, future starters.
Yes.
That said, if you are simple-minded, old, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
Nice. Fantastic. I would disagree with that. That's absurd. I think everyone, if they're helped, if they're encouraged, and if they put in hard work, they can achieve just as much as anyone.
All safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Alright, let's continue on.
Hey! Aye, aye!
Oh, hey, it's him.
Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show...
You know, we
people
can
with
get
brain
over there
damage
to him.
are the real heroes. In the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here. So get ready to catch me All right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready?
Alright, let's hope I actually catch him.
1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it? Really?
Okay.
All right, going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? 1. Catch me! Catch! Ow!
Oh, oof. Sorry,
I'm
man.
not dead. I'm not dead. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah, and I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Can you just turn around for a second?
Alright, jeez, man.
Alright, you can turn around now. Bam!
Nice.
Secret panel. That I opened while your back was turned. Pick me up, and off we go.
Alright.
No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Hold on, though. Where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually. Oh, no. Yes, hello. No, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks. We're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving.
Alright.
Probably ought to bring you up to speed on something right now. In order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber. And she will probably kill us, if she's awake. If you want to just call it quits, we could just sit here forever. That's an option. Option A, sit here, do nothing. Option B, go through there, and if she's alive, she'll almost certainly kill us.
Who he's talking about is
I'm
Lattice,
laying the cards
as
on the
I
table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there.
before.
Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over. She's off. All fine. On we go. There she is. What a nasty piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed either. Apparently this human escaped and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where absolutely nothing happened. And then there's us escaping now. So that's pretty much the whole story. You're up to speed. Don't touch anything.
Alright, right over here. Okay.
Okay, down these stairs. Jump! Actually... Ah! Oh, still held! Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the grit. We're all fine. That's tremendous.
Nice.
Ah! Sorry, I just looked down. I do not recommend it. Ah! I've just done it again. This is the main breaker room. Look for a switch that says escape pod. Alright, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod. But as soon as you look at something that doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing, alright? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see
Indeed.
it anywhere?
Indeed, I do understand.
Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on.
Uh-huh. Probably gonna mess something
Let
up.
there be light. That's, God. It's quoting God. Oh, look at that. It's turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up. Okay. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it.
Nice.
Just slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still stop this.
Oh boy. Good job, Atlas.
Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. Wait, did I do big? Did you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay. Listen. All right, new plan. Act natural.
Half natural.
Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
Nice.
No! Oh no!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science. You
For
monsters.
science. Unfortunately.
I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, You must really, really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
Unfortunately, like she said, for science, and obviously she is the evil character in this, people unfortunately do unethical things with science. Of course, they're usually reprimanded for that and not listened to anymore, not taken seriously as a scientist. But science can be used to do unethical
Here
things.
we are. The incinerator
So
room.
it's always
Be
important to
careful
be
not
aware of
trip
that.
over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times.
Alright, let's get through here, try not to fall. Am I able to pick that up? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
There it is. Hold on. There. Good. You have a dual portal device.
Okay.
There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead.
Now we're able to launch both portals.
Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk.
Oh boy.
Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get
You're
back
humble,
to
too.
work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me.
Nice. Alright, level 19 and 19.
I'll just move that out of the way for you. This place really is a wreck. But the important thing is you're back. With me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing. For the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
Oh man. That doesn't seem to be possible though, because of course human beings have both physical life and a soul. So there's not really a way to reanimate a soul, you know.
Sorry about the mess.
Alright,
I've really let
well,
the place go
that-
since you killed me. By the way, thanks
Hold on.
for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first, simple test, which involves deadly lasers, and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Alright, so that gave you a preview of what the next chapter will be, but I will save that for next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very first episode of Portal 2. Definitely be sure to be looking out for the next chapters of this as we continue on with this, and I hope you gain something from the little commentary that I added in, especially about being a part of the future and finding community. For sure, do those things. And then as for the science, I hope you've learned what momentum is, as well as velocity and these other terms that we'll be using. So this is a fantastic game, and you can learn a lot from it. So I hope I see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day. God bless you.